Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Network Merchandise Shop. Check out our large assortment of logo merch and our lifestyle collection as well. Just head over to abvnetwork.com and click on shop. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink! Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we mail it in for St. Patrick's Day. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Cailee Baker, Adam Stump, and Bo Cumberland.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey everybody.
What's up, Steve?
Hey, so yeah, we've got a fun show today. We're mailing it in. That means anything can happen. It's a wild card type of day. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where the conversation takes us. We could be talking about St. Patrick's Day. We might not even mention it. I have no idea, but we'll get to more of that conversation after the break. Right now, McNew said there's something specific she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so I know that people say when you have kids or dogs, you don't have nice things. And I often tell my dogs, you're the reason we don't have nice things. And I know my brother tells his children, they're the reason he doesn't have nice things. What is the most expensive or your favorite thing your child or fur child has ruined?
Okay.
I can go right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
We just bought these $300 or $400 recliners.
Yes.
And we have 7 cats in our house right now.
Jesus.
And
within
2 weeks, they have shredded the back of those to where like the stuffing is coming out of the back.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
This just stays in my office. Look at this. They have ruined this chair. My cats have ruined a chair. A whole chair. Doesn't get to be in public.
Yeah.
Yep.
My cat once broke a Christmas decoration. It was of Bumble. It's a statue of Bumble. It was like a $150 thing. Just knocked it off the table. Just knocked it off the table. And I don't care a whole lot about most of the Christmas stuff, but I'm into Bigfoot and Yetis and all that kind of stuff. I like Bumble. And of all the things, ruin anything else on that table. And I wouldn't have thought twice about it.
Your cat really just said, fuck you.
Yeah, it was a big statue. It was like, I don't know, maybe a foot tall. It was a pretty big thing. Just knocked it off. He apparently didn't like it as much as I did. He took that thing out. Yeah, done. Yeah, so $150 just gone. And the cat to me wasn't worth that much. But I have the conversation. Okay, his deductible's up. Let me take him out to the backyard. It's over.
Oh no!
You can't do that. No, it's terrible. So, Adam, anything? You either you've got a couple of children or you've got pets.
Yeah, he has toddlers now. You have toddlers.
Yeah, they're prime.
With the girls, we haven't had like the one big thing yet. Like no doubt it's coming, but it hasn't.
Markers on the wall or something.
Yeah, it's just like constant, always something. Laura, bless her heart, like everything. She takes care of anything. Like as soon as it happens, right away. But the dog, oh my God, the dog. When our Golden was a puppy and we were in
lots of energy with those,
we ended up having to basically put in a whole new laundry room. She dug through the drywall in 4 spots, ate the trim off of around like 3 doors and a baseboard, ate the floor, like linoleum floor, ripped it off the step. I mean, like, had to redo a whole room because of this dog. Terrible.
Sounds right.
Yeah. I see the damage McNew's dogs do, and I'm like, oh, this is horrible.
So I don't even get mad about the walls because I'm like, they're drywall. We still have paint because I repainted everything when I moved in. We still have paint. I'm like, patch it, paint it. Not a big deal, right? It's done in 20 minutes. Not a big deal. This motherfucker ate my chairs. My patio chairs, Steve. You know those were an issue anyway.
Right.
Fucking ate them. Ate a whole arm off of one. And I just found out today, like, I haven't looked at these chairs since October because we didn't take them in for the winter. That's on me. But this dude, like, we just send the dogs out now because we have a fence and we just let him out. He fucking ate this chair at some point, and I just found it today. He ate a whole arm of a chair, a wooden chair. He likes wood.
Maybe he'd blame that dog you got rid of, though. Maybe he'd be like, that wasn't me.
No. So that doggy.
That was Diesel.
Diesel's the sweetest baby. He lives with my brother-in-law now because him and Sosa couldn't be friends, and our house was chaos. But he lives with my brother-in-law. We still get to see him. We still get to love him, so it's fine. But no, Sosa ate this goddamn chair at some point from October till now.
Maybe it was Oakley.
Oakley doesn't do that. Oakley just pees on things. Oakley doesn't chew things.
Oh, God. Peeing on stuff. I'd have to get rid of that.
Yeah, he's
dog.
actually worse. But this dog ate this fucking chair, and I'm like, you're the reason you have nice things.
Kelly, you don't have children, but I don't know if you've got pets. I know you at least have cats. Have any of your pets ruined anything of value?
Yes, so I have 2 dogs and 2 cats that live in my house.
Okay.
I have Millie, a German Shorthair Pointer, Cash, he's a Lab Pit mix, and then we have Whiskey is a orange tabby, and then Julep is a fucking crazy Russian blue. And then we also have Jackson and Fizz. Jackson is a black lab, and Fizz is my cat from college that both live at my parents' house. So they're just randomly dropped off whenever, they need to be taken care of while they're gone. They're like just old.
To be the pet sitter.
They're old pets that lived with me at once,
With
and
old
now they go to live out with my parents to live out the rest of their
retirement
old
home
life. Yeah. Retirement life. We live on a lake out there, so it's great.
Yeah. Oh.
But our house, and I don't know if anybody saw this video over Christmas, but our house was pretty crazy, and it's not something that's like super expensive or anything, but kind of like priceless memories. We caught on our Furbo camera our Christmas tree falling down twice in 2 days.
That was amazing. And the commentary on those videos was even better.
So, the first video, I think Clint is like, fuck. You can just hear him react to it after it falls down. So they basically hit their bed into the Christmas tree, and the Christmas tree falls down. And it happened one night, and then the next night it happened again. And so we moved the bed out of that room, but that's probably the biggest example of what I have.
I had a year where I bought a brand new tree for our front room because the front window faces the road. So I'm like, I want a big tree. So I bought a big tree. I did it beautiful. The cats knocked it down that year. And I'm like, the cats run Christmas. I don't even want to have Christmas. And my husband's it wasn't even my husband then. We were just dating, but I lived here. And he was just like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, I put hours into this tree, and the cats knocked it down. Christmas is ruined.
We honestly thought, out of all of our animals, that it would be the fucking cats, because they get into so much shit all the time. We'll wake up in the middle of the night, and like the other night, I found, those gel silica packets that come in some.
Those will kill them, and they don't care. They
fucking play with them. Yeah, they're just running all over the house with these gel silica packets, and I was like, oh my god.
I order a lot of shit off Amazon. I order a lot of purses or whatever, and I'm like, I'm trying to pull those out and get them into the outside garbage bin, because I'm like, these cats will suicide themselves.
Oh yeah.
If I leave them in them, they don't care.
We were very surprised that our Christmas tree was knocked down twice, not by our cats, but by our 2 fucklehead dogs. So that's the best example I have.
We just got a big old dog, and he's like, Mom's wooden chairs that she yelled at Dad about, I'm gonna eat those, and I'm gonna cause a new fight. That's what they do.
Well, there you go. Guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Adam Stumpf. Let's see what Adam's got.
Oh, I'm going to grab some Bardstown Bourbon Company Ferrand.
Okay.
A lot of smack there.
All right. Cailee O'Shaughnessy. Oh, you got to be on our St. Patrick's Day show. You got to go by your maiden name there for sure.
Of course.
Right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I will definitely go by my maiden name. So I actually have for my Irish heritage some Writer's Tears Irish whiskey. This is literally the only Irish whiskey I have in my collection.
Okay.
Not a huge fan of it, to be honest. Just bought it because it had some cool glasses that came with it, and it was St. Patty's Day last year.
Yeah, there you go.
Obviously, I haven't.
I'll go
done
next.
damage.
I'll keep with the tradition here. I've got Fighting 69th Irish whiskey. So let's see what we got here. Cork pop. I think that's enough to take the lead. Actually, it's not a lot, but I feel like it's not. Dude, is this going to fit in one glass? This is a 375.
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
it.
you can go for it. Go
Do
for
it.
it.
I'm going to try it. Let's see
Yeah,
here.
take a little off the top first, maybe.
It's St. Patty's Day. Go for it. Nobody's mad if you get drunk. It's fine.
Oh, hell yeah, Steve.
Heck yeah! Look at that. I could have done another
I
eighth of
really
an
thought
ounce.
that was going to overflow or not fit. That's fantastic.
Gone. She gone.
Beautiful.
Yeah, last show pour there, right there. Hashtag last show pour. All right. Let's see. Bo, what do you got? Oh,
So, like you guys, I'm going with Yellow Spot single pot stilled Irish whiskey.
okay.
So,
Let's see. Last show pour coming up. Okay. Decent. Not enough. I've got the lead.
Yeah.
McNew, you're going to be last but not least.
I did not have the insight to go Irish whiskey,
Well,
but
you're Irish, McNew.
I am very Irish, but I didn't pick an Irish whiskey. I went with a Starlight, Carl T. Huber's Bottled and Bond straight bourbon whiskey. I feel like it's a bottle kill though, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's definitely. All
let's
right.
see what happens.
There was a lot going on there. More hitting the table than cork.
More hitting my desk than actual cork
Yeah.
pops.
So I take it. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
cheers.
All right. By the way, if you see that Fighting 69th, it's good. You want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? That's not a bad one. It's
They have a whole parade and shit. They're doing a lot.
they're cool.
They
All
are.
right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to kick it off to Cailee. She said she wanted to open up the show. We'll see what she wants to talk about. I have no idea. We'll do that in just a few. Hello, this is Steve Akeley of the ABV Network. Let's talk about the people who make this show happen. First up is Leatherwood Distillery in Pleasant View, Tennessee. Company founder Andy Lang started distilling as a hobby while serving his country as an elite Green Beret. Andy distilled all over the world during his time in the military and brought this passion back to him in the U.S. when he returned home. A visit to Leatherwood combines Andy Lang's unique distilled spirits and a museum of artifacts from his time serving the U.S. Share a drink with a fallen soldier at their bar where you can grab an acrylic bio off the wall that celebrates the individuals who gave the ultimate sacrifice to protect his or her country. They will also ship their distilled spirits directly to you, so check them out at leatherwooddistillery.com. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent visits to Kentucky. Today, he's leading the way for young distillers making their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery combines family history, a look at what makes their products unique, and of course a tasting through their whiskeys, moonshines, and creams. Check them out at neelyfamilydistillery.com and visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Freddie Mills, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are mailing it in for St. Patrick's Day, and I am sending it over to my only other Irish girl, Cailee.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was me for the longest time. I was a Mick. You're
Right.
an O. We were the same.
Oh, the O apostrophe was the bane of my existence. If anybody's listened to the show,
I'm sure nobody ever spelled your name correctly.
Oh, no. and like it's bad enough that I have a weird spelled first name. Throw apostrophe in my last name, and it just throws all hell breaks loose. So, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about for St. Patty's Day. My last name, my former last name, my maiden last name was O'Shoney. So O''Shoney. And a lot of people just assume that that's Irish. That's actually not the part of my name that was Irish. So I was just interested to see if anybody knows about the heritage of their last name or anything, because when I found out that the O'Shoney part of my name was not the Irish part of my heritage, I was super weirded out. So I'll tell that story later, but I want to hear if anybody else has that.
I do, because I'm a McNew, but we used to be Mac. Mac came from Scotland, but we sort of got like escorted or chose to leave for whatever reason and went to Tyrone, Ireland, and became Mick. Okay. And we chose to drop an A for whatever reason, was political, spiritual, whatever. We dropped it. We became McNew, which meant son of New. So we dropped the whole A. We were Scottish first, then we became Irish.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Stuff that's got to be German, right?
Well, Steve, like bourbon, it's 100% American. God damn it. Okay. As much as we can tell, both sides of my family, 100%, all the way back to Germany. They left actually what was Prussia in the mid 1800s when all the craziness was going on over there, political, religious, all that fun stuff. So, became American then.
Yeah. There you go. Bo, Cumberland. Do you know anything about that last name?
From what I've researched, I would assume Cumberland is English.
Mm-hmm. Sounds English.
That's all I know. Yeah. I mean, I wish it was Scottish or.
I feel like Bo, like his family escorted over from like some European country. They got to Tennessee. They're like Cumberland Gap. We're the Cumberlands. They just adopted it. They loved it. They were like,
they loved it. They want that. Yeah.
That's who we are.
My family got kicked out for their pants falling down quite often.
My family was never into genealogy or anything like that. Now my sister is, but my sister thinks she's good at everything. So, she's writing her own narrative and she could fill in the gaps, when she doesn't. So I take anything she says with a grain of salt, but I do know that Akeley is English, and I wish my dad, again, when you have a family member pass away, you just always assume you can get answers to the questions. I wish I would find out, where did the family come from? Because, there's no, out of all my grandparents, if we're going to talk about parents, great grandparents, they're all newcomers to the United States. You're talking about 20th century individuals. We don't have, nobody goes back to the Mayflower or anything like that. But I know that my dad used to talk about, his uncle who would come over from England when one of his dogs would die, he would actually take a trip over to England, get a new English bulldog and bring it back. He didn't like any of the ones that were in the United States. He was an English bulldog guy, but had to have a real one from England. But I don't even know what part of England they're from. And I just never.
So, like my dad's side was very Irish. We're McNew, probably maybe Scottish before, but became Irish because we chose to. But my mom's family was a Lakes, and they were from Jackson County, Kentucky, and there was a lake and there was a Lakes. And there's a funeral home there. They're like a very prominent family called Lake Funeral Home. They're like, those used to be cousins, but we added an S because we didn't want to be associated with them no more. So people's last names changed because they had like some weird family feuds. So they can't even keep track. And then my grandpa, they had 26 children. And his first wife died and his second wife
from
was
having kids.
Grandpa getting busy.
From having kids.
They had a shit ton of kids. And I was just like, y'all were busy back in the day, but like you tried to do it where it was like fine where people don't talk about you. But like his second wife was like a half Cherokee, so like they didn't talk about that either. And like it was weird. It got weird. So yeah.
Can we just talk for 1 second about how the hell you support 26 kids?
Don't, because you have them at different times in your life. Like his first 10 came in his 20s. Like those are gonna be my poor kid.
First 10 came in his 20s. That's 20 years.
Like 35, and you're like, I have a career, I can support people. Your 35 plus kids have a good life. It's very different. They have different experiences.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I see people that are my age, 54, and you see them on TV or friends of friends having kids. I can't imagine having a kid. Well, could you imagine chasing around a 2-year-old that's your kid you're responsible for? I'd be like, oh my gosh, they have so much energy. I don't be glad you're having them when you're young. Mr. Stump there.
I'm not that old. Like, I'm 33, and my husband's like, we could have one. I'm like, that has never been in my plans. I have never, ever wanted a child. Your first child is 9. They are even like the same, like, whatever. Like, I'm a millennial. He's a Gen Z. Like, they're not even like in the same whatever. Like, why would we have a child together? They're not even going to grow up together. Like, they don't even know their sibling. That's fucking stupid. Like, why would we? Your
husband is a millennial too, by the way. He's not a Gen Z.
He is. He doesn't want to be, but he is. He does not accept that he is, but he is. Yeah. He wants to be very much Gen Z, but he is very much a millennial. But
he's not.
His parents, though, like, I will say, my husband has 6 siblings, so he did have a Gen Z, Gen X upbringing. He was raised differently than I was. That's fine, but no, I'm like, your child is 9. Why would we have a child? Like, you're almost done. You are halfway done. Why would we start over?
Oh, yeah. You need it.
No, we are not doing that.
Wait another 5 years and then have one.
No. We are not doing that.
No. At one point, you were going to have like 6 or something like that. Do you think that could still be in the works?
I mean, I think, she still wants like 6, 12.
So it could be in the works for you. You just see how it goes. Just see how it plays out. Yeah. Cailee, how about you?
So, and I wanted to kind of, backpack off of this and just ask if anybody has any St. Patty's Day traditions, which will also answer during my little answer here. But the name Oshoni is actually a Polish part of my name, and it was just Americanized over time. So people just assume it's Irish, but it was actually O'Shaughnessy when we came over to America.
It sounds Irish too.
So, it does, but it was actually a Polish name, and the Irish part of my heritage comes from my great grandmother on my mother's side. So the Oshoni obviously comes from my father's side, but the mother's side, her last name was Patrick. So that's where like my full-on Irish heritage comes from. That's why I'm tall as fuck again.
So yeah. Tim right now is analyzing that. That was a hiccup, I think, from McNew.
That was a hiccup. That's a very big hiccup.
He's going to post about that for sure.
He will. Oh yeah, he likes to analyze.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's not even like people always just assumed when I was growing up. They're like, oh, Irish, blah blah, because you're Oshoni. It's O apostrophe, and I get it, but it's actually an Americanized version of my original last name.
No, we weren't everything when people got to America, so it's good. But
do you think your family, when they came to the U.S., just like eating at Shoney's, and they're like, fuck it, it's close enough, we'll be Oshoni.
It works. It's fine.
When I was a kid, I used to tell people that my family owned O'Charlie's and Shoney's. That's why we were named the O'Shoney's.
I used to fucking love a Shoney's. Like, they're not
Shoney's
in the Midwest, but anytime I went south, I'm like, we gotta go to a Shoney's. That's like the best fucking fried food. Like, I want to go to a Shoney's all the time.
Breakfast buffet, yes, please.
Let me stop at a Shoney's.
Shoney's.
The other part of my question was just if you had any St. Patty's Day traditions, and obviously I wear green every St. Patty's Day to honor my St. Patrick's, my Irish heritage, but also I like to drink green beer. I like to dye my beer green for the day.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else
green beer. Yeah. What any Irish traditions you do on St. Patrick's Day?
Beer. I just don't like beer. I've never liked it, but I decorate. So my whole house right now actually is head to toe, like St. Patrick's Day, green, gold, lucky leprechauns. Like, I have so many decorations. I like to decorate for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
We used to, again, not Irish at all, but when my grandma was alive, and she only lived a block from our house growing up, so she was a walking distance of our house. But, she would always have corned beef and cabbage, on St. Patrick's Day. So I can't say that we've continued that tradition after we lost her. But so that was, I guess, a family tradition. Even she would say everyone's Irish today. But so, yeah. There you go. Yep. That was our.
So I also like to get drunk. That's the one day I drink Jameson and watch Boondock.
Just on that day.
I like to get lit and watch Boondock Saints.
We want to be very clear that she's getting drunk every other day as well. It's just she's freaking
Irish. She likes it.
Irish whiskey.
Yeah, she's drinking Irish whiskey that way.
She likes it on that day. She likes to get drunk that day.
Yeah.
Oh, any St. Patrick's Day traditions?
Actually, that's probably one of the few holidays that I literally have nothing that I don't do anything differently. I don't decorate for it. I don't, and I've like when I lived in Jackson, Mississippi, I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, and now I live in Sparta, Kentucky. None of those places are big for like these big elaborate parades or anything. So I've just never been a part of it. Done anything special for it.
Stump you into any traditions on St. Patrick's Day?
Oddly enough, like you, my grandma makes corned beef and cabbage every St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
No longer, but a while back, I went to this little school in South Central Missouri, and it's a town called Rolla. Steve, I don't know if you ever heard of any of the stories that go on down there during St. Patrick's Day, but campus almost gets shut down for a full week. It's like a week-long festivity.
College kids drinking, yes. A holiday that's dedicated to drinking and college kids being into it, yeah.
The fraternities are like in the middle of the campus courtyard, and there's this area that's roped out all week, and it's got rubber snakes in it, and they have to carry these huge sticks and like kill these snakes and all this stuff, and it's just unbelievable amounts of drinking. I've heard stories of
really just recreate the whole experience. That's cool.
Oh yeah, McNew, could you walk through a pit of rubber snakes? No, they're not alive.
No. So when
your fear of snakes is that bad you couldn't walk through a pit of rubber snakes.
When I was younger, when my brother first got with his wife 10 years ago, his second oldest stepchild was like, I have rubber snakes, Steph's afraid of them, and I would babysit for them, and he would throw rubber sticks at me so I couldn't get in his room. Like, I had problems with this child. He's graduating this year. He's become a great human, but I fucking hated him 10 years ago.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I saw McNew freak out. We were at basically a tourism place in New Orleans, and they had a stuffed rattlesnake, and of course it's in the coiled position with the rattler up, and but again, it's stuffed. It's not alive at all. This is dead. It's taxidermy, and she's freaked out. She can't walk past it. She's screaming when she walks past it. And it's like, how can you be that afraid of snakes? Something that you know is dead, you're afraid of.
It's irrational. I know it's irrational, but I can't do it. Nope. Can't do it.
Huh.
It's irrational. But I know that.
Yeah, it's weird, right, Adam? What do you think of that?
Laura has an irrational fear of frogs. Probably more so than snakes, but snakes are kind of in the same line.
Really?
Charlotte, on the other side, like today we're at the zoo. Her favorite place. She wants to go see the frogs, the lizards, and the snakes. Like,
really?
This kid, she'll go outside and like every morning she wants to go out and take the skimmers out of the pool so she can get the frogs out of the skimmers. Like that's what she lives for in the summer.
She's just trying to help them. I like frogs. Frogs are fine, but snakes. Yeah. Lizards.
So Laura's afraid of frogs, though, huh? Of all things to be afraid of, they're
Laura,
harmless.
Her brothers would chase her with like frogs whenever they were little kids, and ever since then, she's no frogs.
No frogs. Okay.
They ingrained that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But no.
Don't you think the biggest irrational fear of anybody we know of is Mandy Kaplan and her fear of cheese? How is that even a thing? I'm afraid of cheese.
I don't think it's a fear. I think it's a very much a dislike. You can dislike
I think it's a
things.
fear. If I put a block of cheese down by her, she's freaking out. She's like, get it away, get it away. I don't like that, get it away. That's when it slips into irrational. That's what I can be like, well, I don't like whatever. There's a ton of things I don't like. I don't like sauerkraut. I don't freak out if someone puts a dish of it on the table. I'm not wigging out about that. And
she doesn't, though. She doesn't.
She does, yeah.
Well, I will say I'm like that with mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise. And if somebody puts like an open jar or in front of me or close to me, I can smell it, and I will throw it up.
What if you and I were out to dinner? And I get a big sandwich and it's loaded with mayonnaise and it just drips down my beard. But I'm talking to you. I'm saying we need to work on this new movie project, and I'm shaking my head, and this mayonnaise is just hanging off my beard. And then we. I wouldn't be able to look at you. So across the face.
One day, me and my brother and his wife were going to see a concert, and it was late at night. We were coming back from the concert. We stopped at like Wendy's or McDonald's or something to get some hamburgers. And she got one that was like covered in mayonnaise. And just being in the same vehicle, like the windows up, I had to roll the window down and stick my head out the window because I was literally about to throw up.
Why? Is it smell? Is it the thought? Like, what is it?
Smell. Yeah. I detest mayonnaise.
Me too.
If I smell
it as well.
That my husband likes to think he detests mayonnaise, but he's like, "You made a really good chicken salad." I'm like,
nope.
Yep. And all I fucking put in that is Duke's mayonnaise, and that man
here's the thing.
Fucking eats that shit like it is the best thing in the world. I'm like, sir, you don't like mayonnaise.
If you made something, say it was some kind of, if you made something that was like, you know, some kind of salad that was white and creamy, and you said I didn't put anything but cream cheese in it, I would not believe you.
You wouldn't know there's mayonnaise in it.
I'm saying I wouldn't trust you enough, so I just wouldn't eat it. Like I like cream cheese, but I wouldn't trust you enough that there's not mayonnaise in it, and I wouldn't.
How sensitive are you? Well, what about like a Dijon mustard?
I don't like that. No.
Okay, you're that sensitive.
Your chicken salad is the best chicken salad I've ever had. I'm like, there's so much fucking mayonnaise in that.
If you remember in The Sopranos, when the guy from New York, the big boss, Carmine or whatever his name was, when he died, of course, he's eating egg salad. And of course, he's having a stroke, and you might need mouth to mouth. They open up his mouth; it's filled with the egg salad. Everybody's like, "Oh, no one's helping about that." That's just a death sentence. No one wants to see that egg salad in your mouth. It's disgusting.
Oh. Somebody would die if they had mayonnaise, just a little bit of mayonnaise on their lips, and they were choking. I would just watch them die. I'd say, "Wish them well."
You're not doing CPR in that moment.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Disgusting.
We have our boundaries. That's fine.
Yeah, there you go. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do on St. Patrick's Day by talking about where people can find us. Cailee, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me out at Leatherwood Distillery. Oh, that was not a good Irish accent.
Wow, is that supposed to be an Irish accent? Oh, you little ne'er-do-well. Oh, you got it wrong, you little lassie. Oh, it's all wrong,
Tails. No, I'm not even going to try. Come out to Leatherwood Distillery and go follow me on Instagram at Cailee Baker and at the Bourbon Bakers.
Okay. All right. Bo, how about you?
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube under Bourbon Sasquatch, and all of those under my journey through the American Spirits.
All right. Adam.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram at Stumpy Spirits and stumpyspirits.com.
McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV, and I am here having hiccups. Hi.
Yeah. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/ABV
All right, great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Adios.
Later, bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.